Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So at the moment what I'm doing is fabricating all the last few brackets, plates, housings, stuff like that, just to get them all prepped and ready for spraying. Right, so the thing I'm working on at the moment is the air intake. So this is what I've come up with. So I've just fabricated that, made that box. It's like a K&N. It's not actually a K&N filter, but it's that kind of idea. I may change this one later on for a K&N, but this is just like an aftermarket one. Yeah, so the whole idea is for that to basically house on there like so, and I can put a Jubilee clip round there and do that up nice and tight, and then this goes up. This is about the only place I could find to put it on the Mini. So this actually goes up inside here. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Through there like so. And then I've got a plate on the other side, and I've put, let's say I put that shield on there as well to try and reduce the amount of muck going into the air intake. But anyway, that goes through the inner wing. And then on the other side here, I just grab it. I've got another plate, so what I did is I just folded the edge slightly just to give it a bit more rigidity. So these have got riv nuts in them. I think it's M6, and I also put riv nuts on this as well, just to make it like a standoff from where it goes through here on the wing, just to space it. And I put those riv nuts on there, and then I just drilled them out. Yeah, so that goes on there like so on the inside. So that gets bolted together and basically squeezes on the inner wing and holds it all together. Quite successful. Quite pleased with that. And then my intake hose that goes straight to the turbo. Intake on the turbo goes straight onto there. So it's nice and neat, all out the way. Yeah, so a lot happier with that now. And it gives up, frees up a bit of room in the engine bay. So that's that taken care of. I've also been working on just basically cleaning up all these brackets here. So I'm just getting them all ready now for spraying. So I've just been basically putting them across the wire wheel, get them all cleaned up. I'll give them an acid etch before I spray them up. So I'll just use an epoxy and a 2-pack black paint on the this plate here. Fabricated again. This is slightly thicker steel, 1.6 I think. So I've folded the edges of that to give that a bit of rigidity, and that's going to go here. So what I'll probably do is make some, we'll put some riv nuts through onto the bulkhead, and that will be screwed back. And the whole idea of that is to support the mil-spec cable here. It's going to go through, so that will basically be fixed onto this plate. So all I need to do then, if I want to detach all the wire and loom to the engine and all the front lights, is basically just undo that and pull it off. Job done, nice and easy, and it makes it nice and clean going through the bulkhead. Okay, so that's all the rest of my parts and brackets ready for paint. You see them all dangling there. So next thing I'm going to do is prep sol them, which is like a grease dirt remover, and then I'm going to do a phosphoric acid wash on them, then another coat of prep sol for a final wash down. Then I'm going to use a 2-pack epoxy and a 2-pack top coat. Okay, that's the first coat of the epoxy primer on there. So I'll give that one more coat of epoxy. I'll probably leave it a couple of hours, then I'll blow over the top coat, 2 coats of top coat. Okay, so that's 3 top coats gone on now. I can see the finish I got. Okay, so that's all the freshly painted parts assembled. So we've got the air intake with the air filter on. Here are the stabilizer brackets and the adjustable bracket that goes to the bulkhead. That's on the right hand side where the thermostat housing is. That's a plate that goes onto the bulkhead, and that's just a plate to go on the back, like a reinforcing plate that goes on the inside of the car. This is the bracket for adjusting the belt on the alternator. So I've gone for like an idler pulley on here with an adjuster nut here, so that basically, as you do that bolt up, it pulls this idler here and tensions the belt. That's a stabilizer on the left hand side as you're looking at the front of the car. This is a plate I made for going through for the electric through the bulkhead. So I put a grommet in there. That's for one lot of the wires, and then most of the wires go through this big hole in the mil spec connector. And the standoff for the binnacle. So all it leaves me to do now is basically assemble all these parts on the car. So for the air intake, what I've done is I've cut 2 rubber gaskets. This is basically old tyre inner tube, probably come off a truck or something like that. It's just something I had lying around. So I've cut one for each side, just to try and reduce the wear on the paintwork and absorb some of the vibrations. That was a bit fiddly, but it's that's in now. See the retaining plate on there, holds it all in place. And if I go under the wing, it's probably quite dark up here, you probably can't see a lot, but oh no, it's not too bad. There you go. It's all quite secure in there, all very snug. It is, if you can see my hand on there, I'm trying to move it, it is really tight in there, so it's actually a lot tighter than I expected it to be, so that's pretty good. So that's that taken care of. I'll carry on putting the rest of the bits on. I stuck a rubber gasket on the back of that plate that goes through the bulkhead as well, just to try and get that to seal. Okay, that's the plate on the bulkhead for the wiring in position now. If you're wondering what I was putting on the bolts or set screws, it's called Tefgel, which is like a, if I turn it up the other way, you see it's anti-corrosive and anti-seize. Stops sort of galvanic corrosion between the different metals, because I'm using stainless bolts or set screws on there. Okay guys, I've just put the exhaust system back on now, so that's all the way up through the car, yeah, all up to and bolted onto the manifold off a turbo, and I've also put the gear selector housing in and connected it up as well. Okay, thanks for watching guys. I'll post more videos as and when I do some more work on the car. Cheers for now.